right, so the first thing that we want to do is look at the sentence. So the sentence that we're going to work with says, the dog ate the bone. Now, I think that it should be a more descriptive sentence because that's not a very interesting sentence at all. So the first thing that I'm going to look at is, how do I describe the dog? The next thing I want to do is think about how to describe the bone. What kind of a bone is it? And after I get some descriptions of the dog and the bone, I want to think about, how was the dog eating the bone? What did that look like? What did it sound like? And this is where we use most of our L's. Next, I want to think about, where is the dog at? Where is the dog chewing on the bone at? And then I want to ask myself, when did this happen? What time of day was it? So after we have all of these descriptions, let's look at the word ate. It is not a very descriptive word. It's not what we would call a strong verb. So let's think about some synonyms for the word ate. And remember, a synonym is a word that means the same thing or something similar. So let's think about some words that we could use instead of ate. Now that we have all of our descriptors and our synonyms, we need to put this into a sentence. And I don't need to use all of these words because that would be a kind of a ridiculous sentence. But I'm going to start with the dog. And I'm going to say the tiny, angry dog. And then next I need to figure out which synonym for ate am I going to use. Gnawed, nibbled, devoured, chewed. I think I'm going to go with chewed. And then I'm going to decide, how did the dog chew the bone? I can't use angrily because I already said that the dog is angry, so that doesn't make sense. So let's see. Maybe let's go with quickly, because maybe she's trying to eat it before somebody takes it away. All right, so now I'm looking at my where and my when. I'm going to say the tiny angry dog chewed quickly on the bone, or on the giant bone. But if I look at when, last night, the tiny angry dog chewed quickly last night, that doesn't make sense. I think I want to put that at the beginning of my sentence. So let's start over with, last night, the tiny dog chewed noisily. And so this is a good part to go back and say, what is the dog chewing on? I don't want to say that the dog chewed noisily on the bed. I'm going to say on the bone. On the giant bone. Because I like that it's a tiny dog and a giant bone. And now I can say where it was. And I'm going to say under the table because I like the idea of the tiny dog hiding while it's chewing. And that's it. That is how you take a really boring sentence like the dog ate the bone and you make it into something interesting. Now I want you to try it.